Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We are so pleased that you have joined the family today, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want us to get right into our topic today without too much of a delay. Somebody talk black to me. I want us to get right on into this today. But I'm going to invite my Instagram family, bring them on in to let them know that I'm live on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. So come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com Instagram. And I want to let you know that you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Shout out to you, Insta Black TV. I just got a notification on my Cash App. Y'all play too much. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thank you so very much, beloved. A little bit of housekeeping before we get ready to talk about the black voters that's giving Joe Biden a boost right now in the race. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, family, as you come in. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share if you're watching us on one of our YouTube platforms. If you happen to be watching us on one of our other platforms, please like, please share. Please subscribe. Thank you so very much. Just so you know, we ask that you do that because it helps to draw other folk into our broadcast. And that is so, so very important, beloved. Thank you, World B says you're beautiful. Well, thank you, beloved. I hope I'm just a reflection of you, beloved. Shout out to our moderators. I see Candy in the digital building. I bless you. So glad that you've joined us today and the others that I'm sure will be joining us later. And if not, I'm sure our sister will hold us down. I'm so grateful for the moderators that bless us with their time to keep us organized, keep us informed. That's a huge deal as it relates to Black media, and I never take you for granted. I also want you to know that I always release a special blessing over those of you because your time is a seed. Y'all play too much. But anyway, family, thumbs up, like and share. I want to get right on into the topic, but I want you to know you can sign up at clubvicky.com. Sign up at clubvicky.com. What is clubvicky.com? That's my weekly mastermind, right? My weekly mastermind, beloved. And my weekly mastermind, once a week, I'll drop a spiritual or metaphysical jewel. I elaborate on that one principle, and then you have access to me to ask me questions. Clubvicky.com is a rock bottom price. I can assure you it's well worth your investment. If you think you're worth the investment, because I know the information that I give you is not from me. So I know it's going to work if you do it. Clubvicky.com, clubvicky.com. When you want to up-level your life, if you want something, let me say this. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Us Insta Black, thank you again for supporting Fly Nubian Queen as well. We love you so much, Queen. I love you back. Insta Black, tell me where you're from. Insta Black, tell me where you're from. And matter of fact, family, those of you that are coming in, please put your city or your state or country. By the way, I know that our platform is often replayed on other platforms. So if you're watching us, DC, okay, shout out DC. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to DC. So thank you. Okay, all right. Orlando, North Carolina. All right, Angel Love. I see your gift. I bless it 1,000-fold. Queen, South Carolina, Seattle. Whoa, Toronto, Brooklyn, Atlanta. This thing is moving so fast. Minnesota, Atlanta, Denver, Virginia, oh my gosh, Illinois, I can't even keep up. Maryland, San Antonio, New Jersey, Tallahassee. Oh my gosh, y'all, this thing is going so fast, I can't say it. Listen at y'all, H-Town, Los Angeles, oh my God, Detroit, South Texas. Love life, I bless your gift 1,000-fold. My dear sister is always so supportive. I see your Cash App. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, Queen. You're always such a blessing to me. Thank you so much. New York. Kenny, you're from New York. Okay. Chicago, Dallas. Oh, my God. Okay. London. I see you. UK, London. Yes. Yes. Welcome. Toledo. Oh, my gosh. We've got the globe. Somebody talk black to me. I am so honored. Welcome. We're holding court on the Vicki Show. I see you, Trinidad. I see you, Florida. I see you, Baton Rouge, Galveston, Mississippi, Brooklyn. Okay, on my Instagram, you say Long Beach. All right, y'all. Dallas, Decatur, Georgia, Montgomery. Wow. Welcome, 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 beloved family. Oh, it's such an honor. Let me tell you something, family. We've got a lot of work to do. Shout out to you, Rashid Holmes, for your gift on Cash App. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. I love y'all. I thank you so much. It's such an honor. Listen, let me tell you something. Today, I want to discuss the Black voters that's helping to give Joe Biden a boost right now, right? I want you all to know something. So many of our people don't know what you know. So many of our people don't know who Vicki Dillard is, or FlyNubianQueenTV.com, or one of the other conscious Black media persons are. That's where you come in at. It's not just about beating up on our family and saying you guys are idiotic. No, let me tell you something. The work of liberation, the work of Black liberation, family, it's a marathon. I cannot wait until I can start running again. But whenever I was running, I was always known to be a long distance runner. I was not a sprinter. I love to watch sprinters though, because they're so exciting. You know, I see and feel God when they move, and the speed with which they move, the energy with which they move. Y'all feel me? It's exciting. It's amazing. They defy all kinds of things, watching them. But watching someone run a marathon, y'all play too much. Watching someone, because Vicki, baby, I believe in slow and easy. I believe in slow and easy. Watch this. Somebody talk Black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Keep liking and sharing. Listen. But watching someone run a marathon, it's not something that you all would call something sexy or interesting to watch. It's not as exciting. Are y'all hearing me today? It requires too much of your time, too much of your attention. And with the way our minds work today, we want that immediate gratification. There's a place for all of that. But there's something that's unique about that marathoner. Y'all play too much. It's something interesting and unique about the long distance runner. The long distance runner they feel a glory, and this is just me. This is my observation. The long distance runner experiences a glory that the audience doesn't quite experience in the same way. See, when you're watching a sprinter, someone running fast, you're like, oh. But that long distance runner knows what it takes. Y'all play too much. To go the distance. Watch this. And to outlast. See, you can't necessarily run at that full speed at a long distance. You've got to be strategic. Y'all play too much. You've got to be steady. And you've got to have a made up mind that no matter what comes, no matter what happens, I'm going to go the distance. I'm going to hang in there. I might not be as fast, but I'm going to finish the race. You've got to have a made up mind. Now to my moderators, Candy, let me know if I'm buffering. Are we okay? If I'm not, Whoever just said that, you need to fix your device. And if they say it again, it sounds like you may be a troll. Are y'all hearing me today? Okay, everybody else is saying I'm good, I'm good. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. So there's something to be said about that person that's in it for the long haul. And those of us that have a marathon mentality, that knows what it takes to go the distance, y'all play too much. Thank you, Keith, for your gift and your kind word. Vicki is the most radiant woman on prime time. Oh, thank you. I bless your gift and your kind words 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. Listen, you have to have a certain mental mindset. You've got to say, even if it's inclement weather, even if I'm in pain, you also understand how to pace yourself when you go long distance. Are y'all hearing me? You've got to have your mind made up that no matter what, I'm going to finish the race. No matter what, I'm going to go the distance. That's the mindset you have to have as it relates to Black liberation. It's not just if we've gotten reparations for this particular presidential race. It's you understanding we got some power. It's you understanding that it was the Black grassroots that changed the entire discourse, global discourse. Why do I say global? Because it was on a global stage and we ended up getting allies in other parts of the world. Y'all play too much. Are y'all hearing me today? Are y'all hearing me? Instagram, come on over to flynewbeanqueentv.com. I need to use this device. Yes. Teak Wow, a winner's mindset. Listen. You understand it's not going to be quick all the time. But you got to pay attention to the wins that you're making in the meantime. You got to understand in the highest levels of society, we're shifting things, changing things. Many of you began to resist in the streets and you caused new policies to be implemented because of the holy Black uprising that took place all throughout 2020. And you've got to understand that even with some of our Black family that still showed up for the most unworthy people on the planet, let me tell you all something. Black family, you know how gorgeous you are? How beautiful you are, how lovely, how precious, how strong, how intelligent, how powerful, how amazing you are. You're such a special and extraordinary people. Unmatched in every way. And that's the reason why all of the trouble that's going on around the whole wide world has to do with the mistreatment of you. I've talked about it so many times over the past few years that I've been on digital media. Not only historically, but metaphysically, physically, mentally, in every way. You are extraordinary. And we've got to help pull along some of our other people. I want you to make up in your mind, dear family, with all of the wins that we have been having, notwithstanding if Trump is in office still or Biden, and right now as it stands, the race is very tight. But it does appear that Biden is pulling ahead. Shout out to you, Hakeem X Hashim X, I'm sorry for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. I want you to understand that I want you to know that I need your help in making sure that some of the people that stood in the lines, it's up to you to make sure that your Black congressional Congress people, and the white ones too, the Hispanic ones too, the natives too, those with alternative lifestyles and all that, I want you to send them and their aides the links to the Vicki Show, to FlyNubianQueenTV.com or your other favorite Black commentator. I want you to put together a professional one-page letter and ask them, are they aware of Black media? And say, here are just 3 that come to mind. You tag your Congress folk, business people, folks in companies and corporations, religious leaders, social leaders. I want you, family, to make your network's name known. Why? Because as our voices are elevated, more unified, our voices become more powerful. Do you understand? Don't you know that they know that somebody else has been influencing them? Because of the razor thin margins that you're seeing right now, you're learning that major mainstream outlets, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, the cable networks, Fox News, and CNN, most folks are not getting their news from folk like them. And to the degree that you are getting some of the news, they're finding that the most influential people are coming from alternative media outlets just like this one. You make it known. Because they know something's up. They're wanting to know who's behind this shift. So that we can reach more of our people. Not about Vicki individually. I said so that we can reach more of our people. Now I want to read you something that one of Barack Obama's former top officials in his administration said about Black voters. And I'm going to be very honest with you. When I read it, I became almost emotional because I started to think about our people, and I just thought to myself, I wasn't angry with our people like I would normally be like, what's wrong with you, biscuit? What's wrong with you, Bones? What's wrong with you, scared to death cowards and promised land rejects? I'll leave that to those that I know for sure that know better, like your Roland Martins and your Jamil Hill types. But some of our people don't know who we are. Some of our people should know better, but some of them don't know. Some of them are your family members. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, beloved. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So I want you to hear this tweet about how Black voters have helped to give Joe Biden a boost. And when I'm reading this, I want you to keep in mind the attack that was on us by mainstream media. And when the votes are shaken out, listen to what they're saying now. Instagram, I'll see you at FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Come on over right now, FlyNubianQueenTV.com on YouTube. Thank you, Black family. Let me finish putting this up on Instagram. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. While I post this, please do me a favor. While I post this, on the count of 3, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. I want you to hear this. Please hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. The reason why I actually hit the notification bell to receive all notifications is because I'm not the only one that has content here. So I don't want you to miss other folks' content that you may be interested in as well. So on the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button if you're watching us on FlyNubianQueenTV.com or one of our YouTube affiliates, or if you're watching us on one of our other affiliate networks. Please like, please share, please follow. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so very much. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. And you can, at the bottom of the screen, you can hit copy the link. At the bottom of the screen, you can hit the link button. You can copy the link. And you can also share the link out on your social media platform real quick. You can text it. You can email it and tell them to come on over right now. We're live on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Now, let me tell you something. Awesome. Listen to this tweet that was sent out by one of Barack Obama's former officials. Now, just so you know, his name is Ben Rhodes. His name is Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes, just so you know, his name is Benjamin J. Rhodes. He's a writer, political commentator, but this is what he used to do. He was a former deputy national security advisor under President Barack Obama. By the way, I am drinking my water and ice out of my very well-worn Fly Nubian Queen mug. They have so many amazing gifts and apparel at shopfnq.com. If you're thinking about shopping for the holidays and you want to get something for the lovely lady in your life, just go there, family. You'll be supporting a Black business and you'll be getting them some pro-Black products and apparels. That's shopfnq.com, shopfnq.com. Listen. So Benjamin Rhodes, who was the former deputy national security advisor for strategic communication speech writings under Barack Obama, listen, he tweeted this out. And there's been a bunch of them, but I really wanted you to hear what he said on this. This is it. And of course, all of this, I mean, I don't have to say this on this part, but I want to say this now so I don't forget to say it later. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for purposes such as fair use, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you, beloved Ransom, for your gift. Keep speaking Black to me, Miss Vicki. Thank you for being real. You're so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. All of you that have been giving, if I missed it, I just want you to know I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Listen to what Ben Rhodes said in his tweet. While we know the race has not been officially called yet, and I'm not saying that Biden is has officially won, but I'm saying it's looking really good for him right now, notwithstanding what some folks were thinking as of last night. Notwithstanding, I want you to think about this. Listen, looking at Black voters in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. I wonder if any of y'all, I know some of y'all in the building because you told me where your cities and states were a minute ago. Looking back at Black voters in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta, it's striking that people who have been treated the worst by our democracy consistently do the most to save it. Well, of course we know that, Black family, don't we? I discuss it day in and day out on the Vicki Show, don't I? But the truth of that statement he just made is rarely acknowledged in white mainstream outlets. Do you understand? is rarely acknowledged and articulated explicitly. It's not often declared by such individuals. Notice that the Democratic Party wasn't talking like this leading up to the election. Somebody talk black to me. Notice when they were talking to black men and black women, when they were talking to the black family in general, they weren't coming out as the Democrats saying, it's striking that the people who have been treated the worst by our democracy consistently do the most to save it. They weren't speaking in those measured and superficially respectful tones. Ben Rhodes and others now that are making similar statements to this. Can I tell you how they reward you, black family? Are y'all ready to see what your reward is right now? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm here weekdays, typically on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Vicki Show goes live weekdays right here on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com. From time to time, when I miss, 9 times out of 10, it has to do because of a medical issue or medical appointment. So I just want you to know whether or not my show is going to air. Be sure to always check the community page here on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com live. Some of you tell me, well, Vicki, I see you all over the place. That's true. I'm so grateful that the show is often re-aired on other platforms to the point to where we're reaching at least a couple of million plus people weekly. But the reason I emphasize watching me on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com is because this is where I'm here live and you can know what time I come on. You understand? So 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com. Don't miss it. When the Democrats were trying to make sure that black folks showed up, they were talking crazy to us, weren't they, family? When the Democrats were preparing for the elections, Simone Sanders, Joe Biden's one of Joe Biden's senior counselors, you know, the linebacker. Y'all know about that linebacker. She used all of her beautiful, voluptuous body, chest, to physically and literally line back for Joe Biden and remove this non-threatening, non-violent, non-dairy protester. And she broke her nail in the process. And sis, you know, because y'all know I used to get my nails done. Kind of miss it. But I like doing my own nails now. And of course, with COVID-19 and me already having an autoimmune illness, I was not fixing to unnecessarily, you know what I'm saying. I had to let some of that go for a minute. But watch this. Sis, you know that if something make us break our nails, it's on, baby. It's about to be the Civil War up in here. It's got to be serious if we finna break a nail over this. Y'all don't understand. Some of y'all be like, oh, it's just superficial when y'all mad about your nails. No. When one of our nails are broken, it throws off the balance. Somebody talk back to me. Maya Angelou, y'all don't understand how deep this is. Maya Angelou said in one of her beautiful poems about how the black woman's, of course I'm saying the black woman, about how the woman's nails are semi-precious jewels. Stay in your lane, brothers. So sis, you know that when one of our nails are off, the day is wrong. Today. Everything is wrong. You got an attitude at work and stuff. Y'all hear me? You be on the phone with somebody and they talking to you for 30 minutes and then they ask you a question and you like, excuse me, what? And your mind is on that nail. It's about how the balance is off. It ain't right. Don't feel right. And you know, if you got another obligation and you can't get right to the salon to get it fixed, you know, you really distressed. Or if you can get there and the lady can't take your appointment and stuff, it just throws you for these loops and stuff. Everything is off. Your kids is talking to you and you snap at the kids and stuff. And then when you get your nails done, can't nobody tell you nothing. They're like, mama. Your husband is like, baby. And you like, yes, honey, yes. What is it? What is it, baby? What is it? What you need? What you want? Get your nails done, it changes. And so for some of you that say, all it is you getting your nails done, it's so superficial. Well, if it makes her feel that good, you ought to make sure. If it make her want to do something sweet and extra for you, if it shift the mood of the household, if you had any sense, you would come up with about $40, $50, $60, $100 if you want to get her nails and toes done on a regular basis. If it's so superficial, something that superficial will make everything just flow, you might want to budget that, bro, and make sure that she don't never miss. God, today. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I know that ain't got nothing to do with this, but I just need to throw that wisdom out there for some of you all that don't understand the profundity and the seriousness of a nail breaking. So Simone Sanders did the unthinkable. She broke a nail for Joe Biden, for Zaddy, for a non-threatening, non-dairy protester. I'm going to help you today. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me tell you something. Let me show you what white folks, how they reward you. Let me show you how white politicians reward you, black family, for you literally putting your life on the line to vote. Watch this. Without them promising to do anything for you. In fact, when we talked to Bernie Sanders about reparations, what did Bernie Sanders say, family? Bernie Sanders, who some of you Negroes love so much. Bernie Sanders was hostile. And when Sonny Hostin on The View asked him about it, he said, what is reparations? And when she said it was a check, he immediately made it clear that he didn't think that was what black folk needed. This white man knew what's best for you. He said he didn't think you should get it in a check. And don't forget also, while we're dealing with Jim Crow Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders also voted for the crime bill. Don't ever forget that. A lot of Bernie Sanders' greatest supporters are white racists in the Rust Belt and in middle of America. The very racist people that's got Trumps, he was fighting with Trumps. He was vying with Trumps because they have similar voters. Don't get it twisted. Joe Biden has not promised us reparations. What did Kamala say? The VP pick, Joe Biden's VP pick. What did Kamala Harris say, dear family, when she was asked about reparations? Does anybody remember? Lynn Jones, I think you know. What did Kamala say when she was asked about reparations?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Keep that question in mind. That's a very specific question. Do you support reparations, right?
Do you support reparations for black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not.
What Kamala just said right there, I'm going to get to her in the last part. This is only another minute and a half, what she's saying here. But listen again, family. I want you to understand your reward. I'm trying to show you how the Democratic Party rewards you.
Segregation and discrimination that is not legal. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery.
200 years of slavery.
We had Jim Crow for almost
Jim Crow.
A century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now
legalized segregation, discrimination. That's very broad and general, but okay.
We have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody...
Listen, they acknowledge all of those torturous, traitorous experiences, tyrannical experiences, torturous experiences, murderous experiences that the United States of America put us through. They acknowledge all of these things and that they still exist. They acknowledge it's been happening in one form of another for hundreds of years, right? They acknowledge it. You're welcome, Marlon, for your inspiration, beloved. Thank you.
Start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize.
And she said, particular Black people, we're the only people. There's no other group of people in America that fits that description of going through all of that. Nobody, family. I said nobody. Somebody put in the chat, Black folk are uncheckable. Hashtag uncheckable. Can't nobody tell us nothing.
And do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families.
Now, that was a good question the lady asked her next. What did the lady ask? She's asking two good questions. The first one she asked Kamala was what? What about reparations for Black folk? Got a plan for that? Now she's saying, so you're saying that Black folk will be helped by default, not because they have a specific Black policy. They want you to be happy about what they're doing for everybody, but nothing specific for you. Keep listening. Welcome to the Vicki Show. My name is Vicki Dillard right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. I'm here Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. You can expect me to be dealing with these elections all week long. Shout out to you, Lewis, for your gift as well. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. For those of you that have been giving on my Cash App, thank you so much. And those of you that have been supporting Fly Nubian Queen here in the chat, thank you so much. As you come in, family, make sure you give us a thumbs up, like, and share. That helps us to draw other folk into the broadcast. And you help to strengthen the voice of Black media. And that's important. Why? Because we're your voice. Anything that makes Vicki Dillard special is because of you. Mwah. Don't you ever forget it. Keep listening. You're listening to the voice of Kamala Harris when she was running for president, which was not that long ago.
There's not a particular policy for African Americans that you explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues.
Before she says this last part, family, I have to say this. If a person will acknowledge that you went through torture, slavery, and tyranny, if they acknowledge that after hundreds of years of that chattel slavery, then America put you in another form of bondage, and then another form of bondage, and then another form of bondage, and then she acknowledges as a politician, as a senator, she's acknowledging this here, that it still exists today. does that say to you about who they still think you are? Slave. Because only slaves, I'm not going to stop saying this, only slaves are expected to do something for nothing. Only slaves are the burden bearers. And they don't just expect you to do something for nothing. They expect you to be happy about it. And the reason they expect you to be happy about it is because you've not made any previous demands. And whenever we see one of these bones and biscuits, one of these Sambos, one of these members of the community, they always smiling next to white people. They always talking about a song and a dance. When you're smiling all the time and you got your song and your dance going, it gives your open enemies the impression that everything is all right and you're quite all right in your conditions. Some of us, for some of you Negroes, some slow person on my Twitter came on Twitter today. By the way, follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki, my last name. I be cutting up on Twitter. But don't come. I don't want you moisturized condensation, dew filled, fog filled males on my Twitter page. I will block you all faster than I will anybody else. Asking me crazy little questions. But after I tweeted something about black folks still helping these politicians and the government for nothing, I love you back, Guinness Han. One of them had the nerve to say, what you expect? 40 acres and a mule? Yes, fool. Anytime a black person will mock what's due to you, you know you are out of your mind. The reason the white supremacists expect you to get nothing and expect you to be okay with it because you going around here touting the nothingness of it all. I told that if you don't get, you better get up, boy. Say no fly Nubian queen. This Vicki Dillard Twitter handle. Get up. You better get up. Get up off my. I'm not going to expend my intelligence to respond to you slowness. I gave him some grace and mercy when I told him in the second part of my little tweet to come on the flynubianqueentv.com. He said, oh, I'll pass. Fool, you the one came to the queen and asked me, what did I expect? And when I told you how you can find out what I expect, you got the nerve to say I pass. Blocked. Get your funny looking. I don't allow stupidity to just float all over the internet like that. That's a disservice to the community. For me to sit here and unnecessarily engage in mental torture with your white supremacist talking points. Somebody talk black to me. DJ Eddie, salute to you, Miss Dillard. Love listening to you. I love you back. And thank you for your kind words. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, fam. We have quite a few of you in the digital building. I'm so pleased that you're here. I want you to know that the Vicki Dillard Show is the Black Prime Time Show because we're on 5 days a week. The Vicki Show, 5 days a week, right here on flynubianqueentv.com, and I don't want you to miss it. So make sure that you set your clocks to 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I want you to take a quick moment to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you're watching us on one of our other affiliate networks where our show is re-aired, please like, please share, please subscribe, and let everybody know that you're tuned into the Vicki Show. Tonight, I'll be conducting my clubvicki.com, which is my mastermind course. You can get started for a very rock bottom price. Sign up today at clubvicki.com, 9 p.m. every Wednesday. I drop a spiritual jewel, I elaborate on it, and you have direct exclusive access to me in that particular group where you can ask me questions, and the response and the testimonials have been amazing. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, like and share. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Somebody put that in the chat for me, Vicki X Dillard. Now, throughout the show, you're going to see our beautiful moderators put important links in the chat, so make sure that you pay attention to that. Listen, this funny looking self gonna come on my Twitter page. Again, I'm on Twitter at Dillard Vicki and say, Let's see if I can find his funny looking self. Then I'm going to tell you about another so-called, professional person, something that they tweeted out today. Do I have it here? Yes. He said, what do you expect? 40 acres and a mule. Yeah, that's what he said. You expect him to give you 40 acres and a mule? Boy, is this little boy God today? Woo! This little boy who's way behind schedule. So the grace and the mercy I gave him was when I invited him to watch the Vicki show. And then when he came back later, like I said a second ago, when he came back later talking about something, he gonna pass. Fool, don't ask me no question. Why am I bringing that up, family? Because I want you all to realize that if you are of the same mindset, not only am I building a digital coon rehab. Shout out to you, Kim, for your gift. I bless your $50 gift 1,000-fold, Kim Connie. That's my sister. Sends my sister Kim blessings because of what she's been going through her family. She's so strong and such a blessing. And by the way, Vinny, somebody named Vinny, I think, sold a $100 gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold for all of you that have been giving. Thank you so much for supporting Black media. Listen. In case some of you have the same mindset and think it's funny that we're still actually old. See, you're laughing at the word mule because you're not agrarians and because you're not individuals that's used to working the land. See, people that are farmers today, they're intelligent people. You know why? Not only are they business owners, but that means your open enemy is also not in control of your food supply. See, you ain't all that if you don't control what you eat. If your open enemy will stop the distribution of food today, what you gonna do? See, we laugh at those kinds of careers and stuff, but that's the stuff of living. That's the stuff of Black liberation. That's the stuff of living a Black reality, people that know how to farm. Somebody talk Black to me. Listen. The 40 acres and a mule was about having property. Somebody say that's called tangibles. God, today. That's called wealth. That's called giving you the resources so that you can build a productive life. And more importantly, this slow, touched individual that was filled with moisture and condensation that made that statement, because he was trying to go back to back. That's why I say I have little mercy on those of you that do madness. Like, because if you wanted an answer, I could have given you one. But see, when you try to beef me, baby, I'll cut you off. I'm not finna unnecessarily expend intelligence on some madness on come on, talk to me. But listen, you know you're out of your mind when you start laughing at what you are owed. When you laugh, what you want, 40 acres and a mule, fool, don't you know that America is a thief? Us demanding reparations, family. It's not charity. It's not America being altruistic. You're not being philanthropic. Fool, you're paying a 500-year-old bill that needs to have all kinds of interest added to it, which is why we're saying that for good starters, we're going to start you off at about 20 trillion for starters. And if you're not talking about money and land, you better get your funny looking self up out our faces. What's the dude's name on the movie? He said, show me the money. What's the name of that movie? What is the name of that movie? What did the dude say in that movie? Y'all know what I'm talking about? He said, show me the money. What's his name? Thank you, Jerry Maguire. All Black folk need to be out here talking about is some Jerry Maguire. That's what we talking about. You gonna play dumb? Cuba Gooding. He kept it so simple, didn't he? See, Black family, don't let these politicians confuse you and try to make things all complex and tell you, well, we're going to give you the opportunity zones. We're going to give you loans for schools. We're going to give you this. We're going to do that. Some of that might be all right, but we're going to keep it simple. What are you telling them to do? Show me the money. It's as simple as that. It wasn't his job to make Tom Cruise. It wasn't his job to help him figure out how he was going to make him successful, right? That's why you pay. That's who you are to do what you do. That's your job to figure out how you're going to make it happen. All I'm telling you to do today, your destiny in life, America. Come on, somebody talk back to me. Is to show me the money. Black family, when you laugh and when you say mocking things like that little slow guy on Twitter said, what you want, 40 acres and a mule? Yes, fool. Shout out to you, Young Stokely, for your gift. Vicki X Dillard on Instagram. I love you, my dear sis. I love you back. Thank you, 31 Neck, for your $50 gift. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Listen, you got to understand something. When we make these demands, family, we do it and we don't flinch. We do it with a straight face. But only people who know who they are and what they are worth and what they are owed. That's a debt they're paying. It's a justice claim. We remind America daily, you are a thief. But you know something is wrong with the Black mind when you mock what you're owed. You are out of your mind. You are a sick individual. And then those of you who look on folk like me that say, no, you finna cut the check, baby. You finna do these reparations. You about to do these tangibles. That's your destiny. That's your life. Listen. Those of you that hear me and others like me say such things, you think we're the ones that's strange. Ain't that something? You think we're the ones that's strange. Watch this. Family, keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's finish this off with Kamala Harris. I said it right. We're almost done with this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Like and share. I see y'all coming on in. On the count of 3, for those of you that haven't hit that thumbs up button, when I cue this video, I want you to listen to the last few seconds of this interview on what Kamala's going to say. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing.
Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that.
I hate when people say that. Think about them saying that. She said any policy that will benefit Black people is going to benefit everybody else. First of all, when we say reparations is not supposed to benefit everybody else. Why aren't reparations supposed to benefit everybody else? Because everybody else didn't go through hundreds of years of chattel slavery, Jim Crow laws and stuff, sharecropping injustices, convict leasing, benign neglect policies, lynchings, murder, destruction. We're the only ones that experience that. No, we're not sitting here talking about what's going to benefit everybody else, fool. Reparations is a debt you're owed. Somebody put in the chat, we're uncheckable. You're looking at the numbers coming out of Florida. Those white Hispanic immigrant folks coming from Cuba and other places voted for Trump in huge numbers. Joy Reid put out a tweet or something talking about how could they vote? How can so many of them vote for Trump in such huge numbers when the whole reason why they left their countries, the whole reason why they left this place is because they were leaving a dictator. Let me tell you something. Some of them doggone people didn't really feel like when they were leaving Cuba or Venezuela, wherever they were coming from, some of them didn't feel like they was under no dictatorship. Fool, they was wanting to come to America. What's his name coming to America? Eddie Murphy. Come on. What's his name in the movie Coming to America? What was Eddie Murphy's name in that movie Coming to America? Hakeem, I love y'all. God, today, Black media, y'all are the greatest. I love y'all. Thank you for checking your sister. You was coming over here to sow your rural economic goal. Isn't that what the boy's daddy told him to do to come to America? You was coming. Them people over there, people will say and do whatever they need to do to get up out their countries if they want to hear about America and go experiencing some stuff. So to thank the white supremacists that let them in and that chose them, some of them just say, oh, it was so horrible over there. That Castro, that free education, all them doctors ain't making over there. And now we can't make all the money that we want, but we do have healthcare, the best in the world, and all this other kind of, yes. Even in Cuba, they have some of the best healthcare and more doctors, and they train more doctors. And do you know that they deploy doctors to other countries, even white countries during the coronavirus, to go over there and heal them Europeans and stuff? You trying to go sow your oats. That smells some oats right there. Put some acorns in the chat. Somebody put an acorn in this chat. And what you was coming to experience trying to come to America to get over these parts, you trying to experience the American dream based on our nightmare. Black folk done paved the way for everybody to get here. Akeem, tell myself, how could you guys do that when you left the dictator? Clearly, fool, they lied. Some of them lied. It was not bothering you. You knew that America lies and calls these other countries and nations dictators. So you knew the best way to get to America so that you can tap into that American dream to see what it's like. You knew you better say what America say about the country. Oh, we're dictatorship. Oh, I'm this. Some of y'all did. Now, I'm not saying that everybody didn't have a little issue here or there, but y'all know y'all lying. You got to be lying if you went for Trump. What does that say to your fidelity to black folk? And then y'all want to sit out here and talk about all of these different alliances that black folks supposed to have with all these different people groups, and y'all come over here and give us the middle finger. The Venezuelan Cuba middle finger at that, with your flag on it, playing music that we don't even understand. Jumping around for Trump. Y'all play too many mental games talking about they left the dictator. People lying. Y'all know people be lying. You coming over here to experience the American dream that black folk built. America didn't exist save from us. And for hundreds of years, we laid the groundwork. And for those of you that don't know, as it relates to Castro, do you know how many times the United States of America is documented to have tried to assassinate him? Somebody talk black to me. I said, do you all know how many times it's proven and documented that the United States of America caused infighting and tried to relentlessly assassinate the leaders of other nations and countries while y'all sitting over here talking about we let them come through because of that? Boy, girl. Black folk more than anybody know. We recognize that game, baby. That's about that game. education. But we have another set of eyes that we use. You should be coming over here bowing down to the black man and the black woman, and you sit up here dancing in front of, about to get corona and stuff to vote for Trump. And then this is another thing while I'm on this. They disproportionately benefited from the Affordable Care Act. God, today. And you funny looking Democrats was doing press conferences all down there on the border for illegal and undocumented people to come into the country, talking about how terrible the detention centers they were in. Y'all did full-fledged press conferences down there, but I don't remember none of y'all showing up to the black prison, the prisons where it's filled, those detention centers that Joe Biden helped to fill. Y'all didn't have that same kind of energy for the families, the black families that y'all separated. But when some people that's not even Americans, how is it? I'm just trying to understand. Y'all know I'm a woman of the word. I believe I'm a woman of the word. And I'm the original woman. So all of the people of the word are our children anyway. But our mothers put all her kids on we put you in check. Because I'm the mother of civilization, I get to discipline you. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, family. Desmond, I bless your gift on Cash App 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all know I ain't lying. And then we found out that a lot of these white Hispanics, they literally put on their paperwork that they white. They identify as white people. And some of them clearly white supremacists. White supremacy takes on all kinds of forms, family. So y'all down there on the border, and this is what I don't understand. I need help with this part right here. People that are not citizens of the country, that are illegals, undocumented individuals, right? How do they get a law passed? But we who are the foundational Black Americans of this country, who are citizens of the country, we can't get no legislation. I need help with that. I like to think I'm intelligent, but I haven't been able to work that out. How do people that are not citizens, who are illegals, get a law passed for them to benefit? But Black folk who are foundational Black Americans. And if you're watching me now, you're a DACA person, you're somebody that's Hispanic, you ought to be just as upset and angry. I'm trying to say to some of you Hispanic folk, Latinx or whatever new name y'all come up with that involves you, because I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's title or whatever. How come you all don't have a problem with what America has done to us and what she hasn't fixed for us? How do you feel good coming over here eating off of us and doing all this, and you don't lift up your mouth to say nothing about the struggles of Black folk? How do people that are not citizens of the country, that's illegals, how do they get laws for people that's not citizens? But the people who are foundational Black American citizens who built this country can't get no law just for us. And don't look at Black folks like we're mad. I'm saying to those of you who are immigrants, and I'm not talking about just the Hispanics ones or Latinx ones, I'm talking about to you Black immigrants that come over here cooning. Why is it that you're not bothered by that? Don't ask Black folks why you tripping. No, I'm wanting to know why that doesn't bother you. Don't get me on these white women. I may do a show about that later in the week. I'm going to give you the numbers on the white women that voted for Trump. While you got some of your favorite Black activists on the front line doing all of this stuff with these crazy white feminists. They didn't vote for Trump in the numbers that they voted with him before. The white woman increased her numbers for Donald Trump. And the gays, the LGBTQ, do you know that they multiplied the number of white LGBT folk that voted for Trump this time? Why, y'all, you black folk love a label. You love to be called a Republican. You love to be called a Democrat. You love to say you're a Christian. You love to say you're a Muslim over being black first. You love to say I'm an LGBT. Shit. The LGBT white folk voted for Trump in greater numbers. Y'all see how stupid you look? When you latch onto labels and you don't decide that being black first is the central thing. And let me say this too while I'm on this. Thumbs up, like, and share. Don't forget we have a store at shopfnq.com and our school at flynubianbusiness.com. If you want to learn how to build a black business, go to flynubianbusiness.com. If you want to learn about how to invest money, go to flynubianmoney.com. Somebody put it in the chat. Flynubianbusiness.com, flynubianmoney.com. Listen. Your funny looking self. You so excited about a title, about a label. Watch this. That white folk manufacture. I said this. Y'all know how long I've been doing this. Facebook, Fly Nubian Queen, all that, right? And everything I do is about empowering black folk, exposing the man of sin according to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, which is our open enemy, and encouraging, informing, and inspiring you to build a new black reality. And I know some of some of y'all think you are so spiritually evolved. You think you're so spiritually evolved that white supremacy ain't got nothing to do with you. That's beneath you to discuss. Racism, that's all. I mean, she's always talking about white supremacy over there. Doesn't she know that white race is not even a real construction? That they made a race up in the 1500s? Doesn't she know that it's a construct and it was a made up lie and blah, 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 and it was never known by the race and stuff? White supremacy, white people aren't supreme over you. Why are you talking about white supremacy? Let me help you. Then some of you are engaged in philosophies and mindsets of white new age. I'm one of the most spiritual people you will ever find. But if you're taking your spirituality cues from white people, I understand. Some churches and some other spiritual religious stuff that I was engaged in, there were some white people that was involved in it. But thank God the Spirit had just showed me who I was. And I had to shut all that down to realize, oh, you the newest people on the planet and you done perverted it and made it toxic. I got to fix this. Some of you have subscribed to the fact that you don't even talk about the word racism because you are of the mindset that the universal laws, it's just about the universe. When your stupid, slow self don't even connect the dots, that justice and truth is a universal law. You better start taking your spiritual cues from your mama. And you better stop some of your favorite little white new age people. Some of the stuff that they say is true. And it's based on some universal principles and stuff. But if they're not even going to utter the word racism and white supremacy and deal with the reality of what's wrong with white people, taking your cues, because y'all get so excited. Anytime white folks is involved in stuff, y'all get excited. You feel like destiny's fulfilled. Some of these white preachers, bishops, no disrespect, some of the little imams, the little spiritual teachers and stuff, I be listening to some of them. I be wondering what's so profound about them. It's the same effect that y'all got with Eminem. Because he's white and he can rhyme, do the nursery rhymes, y'all get excited and go to saying he's the greatest in hip hop. I don't even fool with the music like that. But I know just looking at him, that's a lot. Not today. Y'all know darn well, especially when I was in the church and stuff, and white folks was visiting or white folks got up there to sing or something. Y'all black folk, you be trying to make white folk feel comfortable. You know that they voice don't be sounding right. You know what they said ain't really powerful or profound. But to encourage white folk, you would be like, yeah, boy. Amen. Ooh, that's good. They be saying something that ain't funny and you be laughing. Ooh, did you hear what he said? Ooh, boy, yeah, he said that. I'm sitting up here making worlds and galaxies move. Somebody talk black to me. And y'all ain't moved by it because that's your sister over there. That's your brother. And you got these struggle white supremacists say something, do something, and whoa, you just shut up. They come up there when they see somebody black, they trying to be black, they'll do this. Hey, buddy. And then what you do? Hey, hey, hey. They be trying to back that thing up and it be all over. It ain't even nothing to back up. It ain't even nothing to back up. They moving a little bit all off and you up there just encouraging foolishness. That helps your bondage stay intact when you help white folks because of the nearness to whiteness. You know that don't even be right. You be trying to make white folk feel comfortable. And that's the reason why I'm opening. In 2021, I am going to officially have my digital coon rehab for some of you because you need it. I'm trying to cut all that out. Listen, let me get back to Kamala. Last few seconds.
In the greatest disparities.
Excuse me.
And we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society.
Tell us, say that's the problem with us. We don't want something to benefit everybody else because didn't everybody else go through 500 years of hell?
Clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Look.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
I'm not.
Benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. Because whatever benefits that Black family will.
No. So don't ever forget that. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me tell you something real quick. Thumbs up, family. Like and share. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki Dillard. Remember, I started this by saying that Ben Rhodes, who was the Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategic Communications and Speechwriting under President Barack Obama. Watch this. He came out, the speechwriter, and said, looking at Black voters in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta, it's striking that people who have been treated the worst by our democracy consistently do the most to save it. Do you all understand what pisses me off about this? And this is what really made me emotional, is I kept thinking, and I'm saying our people, but that's why I said, family, I need your help to say, tune in to Fly Nubian Queen. I need you to reach the Congressional Black Caucus folk, even no matter who your leader is. I'm going to need you to reach those particular individuals and ask them, are they familiar with Black media? And then give them just 2 or 3 names. Don't go crazy with 15, 20 names. And then do follow-up. Tag the LeBron James. And don't get me on D.L. Hughley right now if he don't go sit his funny looking self down. I want you to help me. Say, you know what, we're going to, instead of me just, fussing at those individuals because those that know better, I'm going to give you this work. All them League of Mammies, you finna get this work. All you funny looking Black males scared to death and putting all of Black society in the most vulnerable position because you like to break down every time you on somebody's TV in the face of white supremacy. You gonna get this work. But I want to have mercy on our people that may not know who we are, that may not have heard this message. Let's not take for granted what you get to hear on a regular basis. And yes, maybe some of them may have heard something here or there, but we're creatures of habit. And we learn oftentimes best by repetition. So make it your business to say, you know what? Check out the Vicki Show on Fly Nubian Queen. You see? Check out whoever your other favorite conscious Black commentator is. Let's make that our business to do that. Family, don't forget to text the word Queens to 31996 so that you can get on our phone list and receive notifications from time to time. That's text the word Queens to 31996. Everybody make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, that you like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. And then follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Watch this. What ticks me off about Ben Rhodes' tweet, as I said before, is that he says it's striking. Watch this. Let me show you the reward. There is a reward that the Democrats do give some of you all for doing something for nothing. You ready to see your reward? Looking at Black voters in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta, it's striking that the people who have been treated the worst by our democracy consistently do the most to save it. That is your reward from America. They just acknowledge it. That's all you're going to get right there. Is that tweet. All you're going to get is Kamala saying, yes, you've been through 100 years of slavery. Yes, you've been through Jim Crow. Yes, you've been through other forms of discrimination. Yes, it's still going on. But no, I ain't going to do nothing for Black people. No, I ain't going to do something just for Black people. No! With that Halloween screech. Do you guys see? America acknowledges it. But the most reward you're going to get from the Democratic Party is this tweet. And you know why? Because they know that when Black folks read that, Black folks going to say, yes, we do. They know you're going to get emotional when they acknowledge how much you do to save America, even though you're the worst. You're treated the worst in America. They know that's going to mean something to you. They know you're going to get emotional. They know if it's not some buck dancing, they know if it ain't some music, if it ain't singing Amazing Grace, and if it ain't chicken. Let's give them some acknowledgement. Give them a little nearness to whiteness. And they'll enjoy the nothingness of it all. My goal is to cut that out. My goal as your sister is to make you uncomfortable with mere crumbs. You built this promised land that these white supremacists couldn't do for themselves. They didn't have the capacity, the wherewithal to build America. That's why they got you to do it in the first place and gave you nothing for it and continued to torture and murder and kill and traumatize you. My job is to put you through a very rigorous coon rehabilitation process, so that even when both sides are fighting and America looks like it's going to hell in a handbasket, you don't lift up a finger to help it, because you are used to giving life-to-life resuscitation to a dead thing. The God himself is trying to hold America accountable for hundreds of years of mistreating you, and you're doing everything you can to get in the way of it. I said the God, your creator, the Most High, is doing everything to hold America accountable for the 500 years of hell and torture and murder that she put on us. But you are getting in the way of it because you get emotional. You start freaking out. You don't know exactly how it's going to end up, so you run out there with your votes. And then when Massa acknowledges you, Abilene, you find your own way, the help. Of you is kind. You is smart. You is important. In the movie The Help, setting the scene for Mississippi. Y'all know I'm a Mississippi girl, and y'all know I know too well that spirit, born and raised in Mississippi. I live in the West right now. Listen, you all know full well that every one of those maids, the domestic help that made the life of the white man and woman work, raised their children. Abilene, who was a faithful worker, they put their own children on the back burner to make sure that the white man and his woman and their raggedy children were okay. And for Abilene's faithfulness, I want y'all to tell me what happened. For Abilene's faithfulness, her consistency, her excellence, her raising their children, what was her reward? Did Abilene come to her senses and say, you know what? I'm a writer. You know what? I'm too good for this. I can figure out something else. Holla. What did? That's right, Tamika Brown. For all of that, her white employers, that white woman in particular, fired her and allowed her to be set up as if she had stolen some cutlery. You see, some of you are not going to come to your senses to leave on your own. See, your open enemy is going to make a fool of you and let you go. And you're going to be sitting there like an idiot, scratching your head, talking about, after all I've done for them. After all I've done for them. And you sitting in there, Abilene, in secret. Y'all know I say this all the time. I ain't going to stop saying this because I'm trying to break this mindset off of you. Abilene, you raising the children. And in secret, you telling the little white girl, little chubby white girl that ate up everything. You is kind. You is smart. You is important. Reading her little bedtime stories and stuff, nursery rhymes. I told you what I would do if I was about 60 years removed and wasn't born in the time frame I was in Mississippi. I told you what I would do if I was raising a little chubby white girl. I'm not going to be in private telling my open enemy, you is kind, you is smart. No, baby. I would do a different kind of domestic warfare. Because I know how to tell stories too, boo. What I'm getting ready to say, family. I would tell that little chubby little girl, once upon a time, there was a man named Nat. Say it with me. Say Nat. Sounds like cat. Remember I taught you the word cat? Say Nat. Cat. Say it with me. Nat. Cat. And it was dark. Late at night. Y'all play too much. I ain't gonna be in privately. I ain't gonna be secretly talking about you as kind, you as smart. I'm gonna tell you a bedtime story. I'm gonna give you a story, little girl. Come here, little girl, little chubby little girl, come here. And that, in the dark of night, tiptoed real quiet up the stairs. Shoot. I have to remind y'all of these stories because you out here losing your mind over a dead thing that's America, all off in your emotions and stuff. In the wrong direction. No, come here, little girl. And he had a shiny little object in his hand. And he tiptoed to mommy and daddy's room. And afterwards, the little girl was adopted. Somebody told Black TV. Shoot. You can skip what just say she was adopted afterwards. Had to be adopted. Come in the next morning. Now this me calling Abilene. I'm the maid. Abilene, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Ann. Little Chunky was crying, screaming all night long. She had a nightmare. Really? And she was screaming about Nat. And I would be like, really? I'll talk to her. See when I put her down for her nap. See what's going on. What in the what's wonder what that's about? Nat? She was saying Nat. God today. Shoot. Y'all play too much. Thumbs up, fam. I'm gonna keep telling you that story because I need to ingrain that into some of y'all's heads. Because our beautiful family, who I'm not here to beat up, I'm really not. For those that don't know better. But I'm trying to end this to where your Ben Rhodes of the Obama administration is out here tweeting, quote, looking at Black voters in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta, it's striking that people who have been treated the worst by our democracy consistently do the most to save it. And they give you the middle finger. Before this, they were blaming Black men. They were telling Black women what they're going to do and stuff like that. They were on full attack. And we're the only ones that still showed up. While the Latinx folks gave them the middle finger, the LGBTQ community gave you the middle finger. And then Black folks wake up saying 500 years later, why is it taking so long? Why are we? Come on, family. You're holding up your own deliverance. I want to remind you, and I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I got to get ready for my mastermind class in about 35, 40 minutes. How many of you all remember our sister, the great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing? How many of you are aware of the great Honorable Aisha Muhammad? In one way or another, each of these individuals have made it clear, given us some insight into the nature of our oppressors. And one of the things that we're reminded of, if you don't know who she is, look her up, get her a book called The ISIS Paper, The Keys to the Colors. That's Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Somebody put the name in the chat so that in case somebody wants to know, you look it up and get the book. I read it when I was in the belly of the beast many years ago. Listen. One of the things that our sister reminds us of, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in this book, Message to the Black Man, you can get the book Message to the Black Man at NOI.org. They both remind us of a tendency, a quality, a trait of our oppressors. And you all know I keep referring to scriptures like Revelation 12, Revelation 18, and others, wherein it says that the devil, they're styled in scripture under different names. That's the code. That's the phrase it uses. The devil is not some invisible thing that you can't see. The devil deals with an opposer. If you want to get real technical, depending on how the word is used, especially the word Satan and some Hebrew definitions, you will find that it's tantamount to a court term of prosecutor, which is another place in scripture where it calls him the accuser of the brethren, the opposer, the prosecutor, the persecutor also. Listen, it's not talking about a spirit. It's talking about a man or a people. Prove it, Vicki. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 says that day shall not come first unless the man of sin be revealed. Not the spirit of sin, not the spirit of lawlessness, but the man of sin, depending on depending on the translation that you get. But the man of lawlessness revealed. You see, it's a man. But Revelation lets us know that man comes down to make havoc on the earth because he knows his time is short. What are the demographers telling us? What are the scientists telling us? What are the statisticians telling us? They're telling us that the white death rates naturally are decreasing or increasing. Their birth rates are decreasing. White women are having a hell of a time holding a baby in her womb. And one of the things that they do to combat us blackening America faster is by making sure that you can't bring to birth your baby, by poisoning you in all manners, getting you on all kinds of satanic birth controls that taint your womb. Putting all kinds of certain types of vaccines and shots that are meant to make you toxic. And then when you do bring a baby to bear, your baby comes out with some mental or physical deformity. Or you can't bring to birth at all. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing told us what? Shout out to you, Quentin, and others. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Watch this. She tells us, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, that white folk are concerned due to fear of genetic annihilation. Those that classify themselves as white. She is a physician. She was a psychiatrist, scholar. And her arguments and her Cress theory, none could gainsay or resist it. None of the scholars, white or otherwise. She told us and proved to us, and it's proving absolutely prophetic and true, that your oppressors, those that classify themselves as white in particular, are concerned, she says, consciously or subconsciously about genetic annihilation. So that you know, those of you that are out there, I'm telling you all this to say, because I want you to keep in context what's happening with this presidential election. Those of you that still sitting out there saying, I can't believe that the election is so close, even after all the stuff that Trump did. He's a rapist, he's a this, he's a that, he's a that, whatever you call him and whatever he's credibly alleged to be, and we know him to be, and believe him to be based on information and belief and facts. Some of you are saying, I can't believe, no, baby, that all of those people still voted. Let me help you understand something. I love you back, LeVar. Appreciate you, beloved. Listen. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, like and share. I'm almost done. You got to understand that these white folk, and I've said this for so long, they're the motivation for Trump's turnout, which can never be underestimated, is racism. And their fear, consciously for some, they know, and others subconsciously, the way that they act when they show up with their AK-47s and 15s or whatever other military grade weapons they come out with. And Dr. Francis tells us that the reason why the white man comes with their long black guns, she told us it's because, she says, that's symbolic of a phallus for them. And clearly they're concerned being the threat of the black phallus. The black man doesn't need a gun to take the white man out. The black man's penis, his phallus, does it. And the white man knows that wherever the black man's seed, wherever his seed fertilizes, baby, it's coming out looking closer to him than anything else. White men can't do that. She let us know they're concerned about white genetic annihilation. So they're concerned about holding on to power, family, because they know that their time is short. And some of them are willing to take one for the team as soldiers in their white supremacist army. They will put their lives on the line. They will get in trouble with the feds for Trump if they need to. They'll be willing to get charges. They'll be willing to get COVID. Some of them have actually gotten COVID. One man had on a t-shirt talking about his son died of COVID, but I still support Donald Trump. Are y'all hearing me? Don't forget that the reason, and some of you all are trying to be logical with this. Some of you guys keep saying it don't make no sense. I can't believe. What do you mean you can't believe America is a racist country? Who are you listening to? You've been deceived by the man of sin. But their time is short. And they've chosen the length of time on our planet because of their mistreatment of us, and because they have failed to repent, which means to change their minds, because they have failed to make repair, that is to say reparations, and because they have not ceased nor desisted of their torture of us. But God himself, by and through the universe, is fighting for us. Make sure you're on the right side of that family. I have so much more I have to say, but I can't do it right now. You don't want to miss any of my breakdown all week. When it's officially known, I plan to come to you with my commentary this week politically on who will take the presidency. And we are not going to let up, family. It doesn't matter whether it's Trump that stays there or Biden. I've been telling people this on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Fear not. Listen to me. Black family, you are outside of the system. What's happening between this white gang banging between the Democrats and Republicans in America, see, that doesn't have to have anything to do with you. You are outside of that system, because our goal is to build something that's outside of that, something, a reality, a new reality for us. It's only those of you that's trying to save Egypt, God, today. It's only those of you that have pledged allegiance to the very thing that God himself has determined to destroy because of their mistreatment of you. It's only those of you that have pledged allegiance to that's distraught and tripping. I'm trying to help pull you away from that. I get it. But there's a new reality, a new kingdom, a new nation, a hereafter, where we're going to be the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. So the bad news for them ain't got nothing to do with you. Keep that in mind. I love you to pieces. Again, my name is Vicki Dillard. Will you meet me tomorrow here? Will you meet me here tomorrow? Sometimes, I don't know, I may go early here or there. Sometimes it depends on when they're putting other content up or other queens come on. But either way, always make sure that you check into Fly Nubian Queen Daily to see that you don't miss my podcast. Could you promise me that? Do that, okay? I hope to see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. If you want to join my mastermind, clubvicky.com. If you want to learn about how to build a Black business, go to FlyNubianBusiness.com. If you want to learn about investing in money, go to FlyNubianMoney.com. You see how we give you actionable knowledge here? We give you actionable things that you can do. Thank you so much. It is a privilege. It's an honor, the highest honor for me to come before you. You are my bliss. You are part of the reason why I exist. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, family. Fear not. We're in our finest hour. I can't wait to see you on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Mwah.